story. Komla, can you hear me? Well, so we're still trying hard to reach our man on the bed, Komla Kluchi, who is covering the devastated church building, who we are told this afternoon that has collapsed at Sakaman here in Accra. Sakaman is just some close to Odoko, and if Komla Kluchi is ready with details, would cross over to him live for that feed and interviews with certain people on the ground to find what caused the collapse of the church building. Remember, over the past few weeks, we have had some.
Okay, so this is a breaking news story we're bringing to you from Sakaman
right now.
Methodist Grace Society Chapel here in Sakaman in Accra. Now, the news is that the church auditorium currently under construction with a capacity of not less than 500 people. Part of it has just collapsed, and if you can see from the pictures, this is what happened. This are the walls of the auditorium. We do understand that the auditorium here, they normally have parties, church meetings, and sort of here, but at the time of it, nobody had sustained any death. We can report of one person who has been seriously injured and has been sent to the hospital. Workers, we understand, were working on a building at the time of the collapse. You can see from afar the wall, you can see the iron rods being used, and we are not in a position to either condemn the type of iron rod being used, but from afar, from look of things from afar, the iron rod looks a bit small anyway. So this is it. We understand that it started at about 2 p.m. The building started collapsing at about 2 p.m. Part of it started collapsing at about 2 p.m. from this section all the way to this side. And you can see from the picture, it's been collapsing one after the other. And the fear is about the whole building or the entire building collapsing to damage property around. This is an adjacent house where the owner or the resident in the house is raising concerns or an alarm for attention to be brought to the development. So this is what it is now. One person is reported injured, no death yet. But let's give you a vivid description of what it is. There's a main church building and then the main auditorium, which is currently under construction. Just behind it, you would see the Lighthouse Chapel. Adjacent the Lighthouse Chapel is also the St. Teresa School. So part of the building or part of the walls have fallen off and then dropped onto the building of the Lighthouse Church. So that is the situation here. Eyewitnesses will be giving us an account soon. For security reasons, we are not going to put her face and name on TV, but that is the concern, and we do understand that it happened at about 2 p.m. this afternoon. One person is reported seriously injured, no death anyway. We would want to state emphatically that people who manage the church, the pastor was not available, but the deacon would not speak on record because he's not had authorization from the pastor to speak anyway. So this is the breaking news story we are bringing to you from Sakaman Grace Society Methodist Church. Madam, you're on TV3 now. You witnessed what happened. What can you tell us precisely? What did you see?
Yeah, around 2 o'clock, I was in my living room watching TV, and I heard a resounding noise, and it rattled through, so I didn't know what was happening. I just lifted my eyes and I saw the whole building coming towards me, so I ran to my bedroom, and when the noise stopped, I came out only to find that half the structure has fallen down. And I think this is about the third time. They started the first one, they demolished it because of lack of whatever. Second one went down, and this is the third one which has reached the roofing stage.
So you're saying that the building this is not the first time it's collapsed?
they themselves saw that there was something wrong, so they have demolished it 2 times, and this is the 3rd structure which has reached the roofing stage. So I'm shocked and surprised to see the 3rd permanent structure coming down. So I think there's really something wrong with either the engineer or whoever is handling the structure.
Okay, all right. That we cannot confirm, because we've made effort to speak with the contractor and then the pastor, but we cannot have any interviews with them. They are not ready to grant interviews. The pastor is not even available. So that is it. About half of the structure, like we can see from the pictures, has fallen off, and the fear is that there are cracks that have developed, and the fear is that the whole building might crash down. And this is the attention that is being drawn by this whistleblower, or this witness, we would want to say. So this is a breaking news story that we're bringing to you from the Sacrament Grace Society Methodist Church, where the church auditorium currently under construction has developed cracks and then has fallen off. About half of the entire building has collapsed. The fear is the entire building collapsing eventually. So this is the news, and then we're just hoping that we could have some interview, but we are not even allowed entry into the building. Managers of the facility will not allow us entry into the facility so we can see, but we can only confirm that one person has sustained injuries as workers were working on the building, and then he has been sent to the hospital. So that is the situation here. We will be following the story closely.
Certainly, Komla, you cannot enter that building, because that indeed is a threat. But that was our man, Komla Kluchi, who brought us that breaking news story from Sacrament. The church building has collapsed, in fact caved inside, and we're hoping Komla Kluchi will keep an eye on that story and bring us more. And that's what's news in brief at 3:30. Good afternoon.